yeah, so the anime is right now where I'm at the game, and it's interesting because I think episode 2 was such a good episode, yeah, for the show. It really, like, the pacing of it was good, fight scenes, everything, like business class in it, yeah. Episode 3 was kind of like, okay, number one thing, yeah, I didn't like about episode 3 is that in the game, going to the harbor is like such a monumental part of Shenmue 1 in the game, and yeah. Like when you go there for the first time, it's like you finally made it. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a real sense of like achievement, and I get that that anime. I discussed this on the channel in episode 2 commentary. Like it's trying to push forward the show quickly and like do no whole detective thing. Like walking around asking questions is really not going to be that good of a.
Son, spar one around with me.
Yeah, it's not going to be that interesting in it. Yeah, but
Yeah. On.
that feeling of like progress of like finally finding something that can really, it was like so big, and then in the game it just kind of like bit. And then the number 2 bit that was really disappointing, yeah, was finding the secret room. It was just happened in like 2 minutes, and then there was no real like there was no real explanation for it, because yeah, episode 3 just rushed it. That should have been 2 episodes, or at least like, I also am wondering, because he's just gone to Hong Kong now. I haven't watched episode 4. I'm about to watch that in a minute. In between Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2, there's a comic, yeah, where
Let's continue next time.
Thanks
very much.
you know, the weird looking guy, yeah, Chai, he basically gets on the boat, and then Rio gives him the one bang and it, yeah, kicks him off the boat. But it was never put into the game, it was only in the comic. Like it was a little, I think they put it on like a bonus disc on Shenmue 2 for the Xbox. It was like very, like, no one's seen it basically, you know, only fans. So I wonder if they're gonna put that in there. That would be interesting.
Antiques? That strange shop where that wrinkled old man works?
Okay, no need to be so deep there, bruv. Right, bruv. Man did some Michael Jackson time, bruv. Anyway, episode 2, banging. Episode 1, it was like exciting because it's the first one in it, yeah. Episode 3, like I said, I think they skipped over some of the bits that really made me feel like attached to the series. Okay, got to recap now completely for episode 3 in it, yeah. Episode 3, good bits, yeah. They really showed in this thing, yeah, how dodgy and shady Master Chen's organization was. When you play the game, it's not that clear. Like I think when I was younger, I didn't really clock that Master Chen was some like dodgy guy, you know, yeah, some dodgy geezer running a whole cartel himself, you know. He just seemed like some friendly dude, art dealer, in it, yeah. But it's so obvious. How did that even get missed? So I'm really glad they pushed that a bit harder. The whole like the whole father-son thing was kind of cheesy, but yeah, it works, in it, yeah. And then I think just the way they pushed the episode 4 was good. But
you always say nothing. You never tell me anything anymore.
Also, Nozomi's a lot cuter in anime, bruv. She's just so mopey all the time. Ciao ciao, bitch. Look, stoic, bruv, no emotion. I like it. Like that's the anime. I think has definitely got this character development on point. Like Shenmue is known for terrible voice acting, and if you know about the game, then you know it's basically down to the direction that they got. But they definitely made it a lot better in the anime. And yes, I am aware that it's the same Japanese voice actors. I'm hoping for better things for the anime as a fan. Now I reckon as someone who just go into it blind, it's okay, and it's not bad. I think episode 1 and 2 was good. Episode 3 was a bit of a like, it was alright. It was alright. I think it definitely teased a lot that was quite new to people. The thing I like about this game is something that just is not really captured in the anime, and that is the disappointing thing about for me. I love this, man. I love this. It's like there's an intrigue and there's a mystery. And I think that's the bit that enamored me to this game.
Don't you agree? It was made especially. Oh my, that was a terrible thing. Your father. It's given to the Hazuki heirs once they turn 18.
Them choco-block feet, bruv.
Has been passed down from generation to generation.
The most detailed of the hands, even the veins here and the feet, are like blocks of Lego. there's a sense of mystique and mystery, yeah, for this game that he's slowly becoming aware of. And that aspect of the anime, I think they failed to capture it.
Always there for me when I needed him.
Yeah, I think part of the thing that stressed me out about this anime, innit, yeah, was that it rushed through some of the most interesting parts of this game for me, which is, I think, a sense of discovery and a sense of groundedness. Like, and I think they tried to portray it in a way, but it's just been rushed through so fast. And in this point in the game right now, I haven't got to the harbor yet. Like, I haven't spent time there. This is basically where it's at the anime of episode 3, but it just doesn't have this sense of achievement once you've got to this point in the game and you've struggled, you've got no information to go on, just there was a Chinese guy, you've got literally nothing, and you finally get like this breakthrough and you go to this new area, even having this new area to explore and be part of. Like, it's a whole vibe in it, yeah, and that was just missing from the game, and so from the animation, should I say, sorry. So I feel a bit stressed out about that, like, because if it's like that for this bit, what's it going to do with the rest of the anime, the rest of the episodes? Only 13 episodes to get through, so that's, or just 10 episodes to get through 1.5 games. Like, I'm not sure. Second part was finding that secret room in the dojo. Again, like, the sense of the mystical, the sense of the mystery is kind of just taken for granted. It's not really explored. Like, this is such a big deal, isn't it? Like, and all of the interesting things that you find in that secret area. Obviously, we're going to get to that in the game in a minute, hopefully. But
There.
when you get to it, it's like you're finding so many random things about like the mystical Chinese arts and martial arts and books and photos and like elixirs of light, like just so much interesting things. Scrolls. He's like, where the hell did all this come from? Like, where did my father get all of these things? Like, where did he travel? All of this stuff, yeah. But when in the anime, it's kind of like, oh, here's the Phoenix Mirror, boom, cut straight to going to Master Chen. Like, what's that about? Do you know what I mean? There's no sense of real like dwelling in the point. Like, my dad had a secret room hiding bare mystical arts. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not upset they're taking liberties with it. I'm just thinking to myself that I don't know
Yes?
if it's doing justice
This was at the
to
antique shop
the
for
most
me.
interesting parts of Shenmue 1.
Let's see. It's a sword handguard.
A sword handguard.
Ine-san, do you know anything about this?
The snow ring, the 2 stars, and a sword. That's the Hazuki family crest. And that mirror you're looking for, I wonder if there's a connection. Maybe your father left us a clue.
Snow ring, 2 stars, 1 sword.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna catch you guys after. Take care.